Hey Libra, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Um, Coming in, we're going to do a monthly energy check-in for June 2022. Hope you guys have all been doing all right. Let's see. All right. It's going to be a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. And if you do enjoy it, if you want to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And we're just going to get started, all right? All right, we got the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Oops. The Seven of Cups, the Hermit, and the Three of Wands. The Tower, the King of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. All right, Libra. This is a new spread, so let me know if you like it. Because I'm going to be trying to do at least the monthlies and then maybe even something in the middle of the month somewhere. And I know I've said this before, but I actually mean it this time. All right, so let's get started. So your first cards, the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. And this is depicting you, yourself, coming up as the energy of the Queen of Wands. You know, very energetic, charismatic, confident, multitasking, you know, just kind of like able to just go. I mean, her energy is very, well, I wish I had it, but it's just, you know, all out, all the time. And the theme of what this month is feeling like to you is hard work. Putting in a lot of time, a lot of energy and effort into possibly a job. Maybe you started a business. It could just be what you actually enjoy doing that you could, like maybe it was like a work thing, but it turned out to be something that you really enjoy. So that's actually the theme. So we'll see how that goes for the rest of the month. And I'm going to clarify with another deck. And I'm going to pull an oracle card at the end. So now, next we have the Seven of Cups. Now this came up, and it's in the area of your key goals. So looks to me that your key goal actually is not only that you have a lot of options, but you want to make sure that you're choosing the right options. Like, because if you have a whole lot, and sometimes it's possible to get overwhelmed with them, almost to the point where you have so many to choose from, you don't choose anything. Or if you're thinking of things, it's like, well, you know, like these are the ones that I could do. You know, they're reasonable, they're stable. You know, they're accomplished, able to be accomplished. You know, kind of like I'm losing words again. Don't mind me, but they could be accomplished readily, I guess. Where others are not that easy. Some of them could be like unicorns or rainbows in the sky kind of thing. So I think you want to make sure that you're picking out the right things that you can do that is right in the time of your life and, you know, in what goes on in your life. You know, between your work and your family and anything. But you just want to make sure that you are picking the right options and not being overwhelmed or overburdened by having too many. And then we have, there seems to be this, the Hermit, to me it feels like, all right, this is you're going within, you're trying to think about something, think on something, and it might be about the options that we were just talking about, but something that's making you want to, like, not isolate yourself, but step away from things, people, not going away, but just like giving yourself some more time to, you know, be able to ponder your thoughts. So you're thinking your thinks, and this is like kind of something you have to overcome. So maybe depends on your personality, I guess, but I don't think you have to overcome being like a hermit type of personality. I don't think. Libras don't tend to be very hermity, but I it's possible. Look, maybe depending on, again, who you are and, how your life wound out for you, you could be kind of, just like oh, here we go again, where you like to be more alone than you do with other people and, antisocial. And that's like, I enjoy my alone time. So, but again, it might be different. So it might be you have to overcome being, too hermit-like and too within your own thoughts and like, you're busy in your own mind that you're not paying attention to things that are around you right now. Or just trying to let you have your overcoming this feeling of I need to be in this place right now because I need to know what decisions I need to make. So I think it's like you might have to overcome your natural tendency to be with other people more and to be more socially active. And so depending on who you are is, what you have to be overcoming. And maybe as we go through, if I clarify it, we might be able to figure it out. Because I do have this Three of Wands, and this is, it feels like this is something you have accomplished, knowing that you have so much more that you can do. Like you're not like able to sit in something for too long and feel comfortable. And that actually it's a huge accomplishment for some people because, again, I mean, I could, but I know people and myself, if you get within a job or whatever, even if you don't even love it, it's just like, I don't feel like going to get another job. So it's just like, I'll just sit in it and let it ride. But I feel like you are so secure in what you're able to do and how you're able to do it that there's other things out there for you to be looking into, and you can move on and not feel somehow like you're making a mistake. I think you really, really feel good about your abilities and what you're able to offer to be able to go look for something else or do something else and know that you're absolutely, that's your right to be able to go and look, there's more out there and I'm going to go do that. Interesting. Now, well, okay, that's the first time. Then we got the Tower. Now this is something that happens really sudden. You didn't see it coming. Just sometimes the universe will look at a situation that you got going on and it's like, no, whatever it is, if it's not solid, if it's not stable, it's going to go one way or the other. It's going to go. You won't normally see it, but sometimes it's for the best thing. Sometimes it's not. But this is something that came up under the area for you to avoid. So basically, and this, you guys are the first ones that I'm doing that actually came up with a what to avoid. Because again, I just started these, but this is the first time I've actually had the what to avoid that came up as in something you really usually want to avoid. So, but yeah, so you just want to, even though you want to do all this, and possibly you're thinking about all these options, and you have, you're going in and you're trying to see, what you can. What you could pan out and what you could see, and that there's things that you want to go and do and be, but it feels like it's telling you right now to avoid causing anything to tumble over. Don't do something that's going to cause, I don't know if you have a business, don't do something that's going to cause it to go under. Don't quit a job if you're not exactly sure what the next step is. Like you wouldn't quit one without already having another one. That kind of makes me feel like that. Like you don't want to do anything that you can't undo for now. That's for now. Because I mean, if you might be the risk taker, you might get like that adrenaline rush and like, oh, I could do this. And it's saying just for this now, like for right now, like June say, don't. Just hold on, let it go for a little bit, and then see how it goes from there. I have to get my nails done, sorry. Now we have this King of Swords energy. Now this, it could be you guys. It's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And this is the energy possibly of somebody they're very firm, very fair, to me, I always think of, almost analytical, and they're not very easily swayed. They don't go about emotions. They're not trying to, and they'll see, some people are like this primarily, and, they don't let their feelings bubble up. So this could be something that maybe you have to take on this energy, or just hold on to it if that's already you, and don't let your emotions rule you in whatever it is that you're going to be doing, because I do see that you have this Three of Swords coming up next, and that is a heartbreak, or some kind of grief. Something could have caused you to be emotional, and caused you, like, maybe come out of if you're like the hard shell kind of person where you don't really show your emotions. I mean, you got them, they're in there, but you don't try to, like, put them out. Oh, watch, just started buzzing. Oh, anyway, so you don't try to put it out to everybody. So I don't know what might have caused this, but you're going to find your support in this grief or in this heartache. It could be the person connected to it, what might have triggered the grief or the heartache, but there's going to be support lying in it somewhere for you. It's pretty interesting. And I don't know if this person, with this, what you should embrace, this could be a person, male or female, that doesn't matter. But, so it could either be you using the characteristics of that person or that type of person. Embrace that to protect you from this. But there's also going to be a support found there. So I can't wait till we clarify, because I really kind of want to see how this is going to go, because it does seem like there's something all attached with this. And then we have the Ace of Swords. This is where you find, like, you have like a new start, a new idea, a breakthrough. So you're all clear-headed, and this is where you're going to find your encouragement, and probably where you're drawing your advice from. I don't know if this is going to be somebody you're going to be talking to, or if this is just from your own mind. That you come up with all this after a situation like this. I mean, you have, like, possible Tower moment and a possible grief. You're going to come up with some kind of, clear-headed thought or breakthrough that's going to say, no, we could do it this way. So I don't know if these are connected, because these feel very job-like, and this feels different. I don't know if it's a romance. I don't know if a friendship, but it feels different. So I don't know if it's different people. So it might not be one person's story, but everybody, you might have something out of this. So let's just see what we got going on. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups for Libra. Okay. All right, we got the Chariot and the Empress. All right, it looks like because of all those choices that you have, or those options, you're going to find yourself in the perfect place, the perfect time, to be able to grab what's going to be the best choice for you, the best option for you. And this Empress energy she's all about, you're nurturing something for growth, to growth. So you might be considering, again, because there's so many options, you might be considering building something that you already have, and building more of it, or starting something new. But it's definitely going to start out positively, if anything, because you're in the great time for it. So when you figure it out, what that you want to do and what you can actually, say, okay, I can grab a hold of this. I feel like it's going to be something that you're basically going to be able to get moving fast with. All right, what about the Hermit? Okay. All right, we got the Seven of Wands and the Page of Swords. Know what? This Hermit, this Page of Swords energy, it can be some delayed news. And it can be something that you are going to have to, I don't know, guard against or defend. Because it can be delayed. It could also be a little bit disappointing too. So maybe as you're, going through and thinking about things more, you might have to start defending your ideas and trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to keep carrying through. And or you could be defending yourself, defending to yourself. I always think of that too when I feel it, because there's nobody there. There's nobody holding those sticks. So that could just be you in your own mind, just like you're still trying to figure out the best move and staying within, and yet it's taking a long time. So maybe you're kind of like battling within your own head because you thought it should have came easier to you, I guess. What about this Three of Wands? The Page of Wands and the Two of Wands. Wow. That's kind of neat. All right, so you have this I feel like this might be something that you are doing with it's like a swift and playful, fun exterior, and you're using that about yourself to be able to say, I look at all these things that are still out there that I can keep doing. And it's weird because it feels like it's kind of going backwards, but I don't know if it actually is. But so it feels like you were really thinking about all these things, and you were just like so much energy and fun, and it was like, you wanted to get at it, like very, very excited. Or this could be somebody with you or in your environment who's kind of feeling it with you, and they're making you remember how fun it could be, how exciting it could be, and which makes me wonder if this is where that defense that came up because you were still sitting in the hermit mode, and then you have somebody else putting on to you saying, dude, no, I want you to go this way. So I'm wondering if that's not how it's going on here. Because then you still have, maybe you're thinking, well, I still would like to think about it, plan it, make sure I have all the information I need to have. So that could go either way too. But it could have been you doing that to your own self, or somebody who just has that, fun, exciting thought process along with you, but you're trying to make a reasonable decision, and they're just trying to push you a little faster than maybe you're wanting to go. And maybe that's why the Tower is don't do anything too soon or too hasty, because you want to avoid the Tower for now. Because sometimes the Tower's not bad, but sometimes it's not the best time, and I think that the Spirit's telling you not the best time. And we have the Knight of Swords. Oh, don't mind that, sorry. And the Moon. All right, so now Knight of Swords, that could be your energy. It's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And I always feel like he is so, he wants to make big changes. Like he'll come into a situation and he's going to change it up. So sometimes it gets like a little, and usually when he does that though, either male or female really, but usually when he does that, it's almost for the better, like it was meant to change. and kind of like pushes it through. He's that kind of energy. But with the moon here, it's kind of like, even though you might want to push through and make it happen, it's kind of unknown. So as much as you might want to see what the next thing is, the path isn't clear. So I feel like you are still, you kind of like have to weigh that. It's like, are you going to make this big change that I feel like you might be being pushed to by somebody, by yourself? Or, are you going to just slow down and just, give yourself a chance to make a, lot of air energy here. Queen of Swords on top of the King of Swords and the Three of Cups. All right, again, this could be your energy, male or female. And right here with this King of Swords. So now I'm wondering, is this a partner? Is this a relationship, a friendship? And because it comes up with the Three of Cups, so it's definitely a bond there. You got people, your besties going on with that. So I'm feeling like, all right, so this probably feels like it was a relationship of some sort when this King of Swords came up. So let's see what happened with this Three of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Oops. And the Four of Pentacles. All right, so it looks, the way this feels for me is, all right, on top of this grief and whatever this heartbreak was, I feel like it might have been around a situation that you were trying to get involved in. Maybe it was like a teamwork situation, even if it wasn't in work, but it might have been with people that you got together with to, put ideas together, try them out, see how it works, see what happens with it. And I feel like there might have been something where you were trying to hold things to your chest. And this could be money, it's kind of saying like, I don't want to put out too much money on this idea because, so you're being frugal in that sense, but it doesn't always have to be money. And when it comes up like this on the Three of Swords, it felt to me not so much that it was money that you were trying to hold to your chest. It felt like it was emotions and feelings and not wanting to give up too much of yourself. And I feel like that's why this King of Swords energy came up too, because it was about to not show your hand too much. That's what that felt like, because he doesn't. That King of Swords he's not wearing it on his sleeve. He's not letting anybody know exactly how he might really feel. He doesn't do it. And so I'm wondering if that was what was going on here with this Three of Swords, because you're trying to hold something close to your chest in regards to whatever it is that you might have been getting involved in. So I don't even know if it was romantic. It could have been. And for some of you, it might have been. But I just feel like that was one reason why you're holding your emotions and your feelings close to you, because you're not trying to let anybody see them. So what about this Ace of Swords? Got the Eight of Cups and the Sun. It looks like you're walking away from something that meant something to you. You might have put a lot of time into it. And, as awesome as it was for a while, it doesn't work for you anymore. Again, I don't know I feel like it's connected, obviously, it's connected to all this, but then you're walking away to something better. I feel like you're actually walking away from something after this, I guess, and you're walking into a better situation, a better relationship, a better job. You're walking into something better. Interesting. All right, Libra, let me pull one of these cards. These are new, so I don't know exactly what all of them, but sometimes, like the obvious meaning comes out. And then there's a deeper meaning in the book, so if I have to, I'll read it. But if I can't get it empathically, is it empathically? Okay. But it's the Prism Oracle cards, and this is actually about your auras and, you know, what energy that you might have out in this month. Kind of like shows up in the colors of, you know, you. Oh, yeah. Ideation. All right, so this is about ideas that you have, things you got going on in your head, thoughts and plans, and what you have all, you know, floating around up in there. All right, that one's cool. All right, and I don't want to get too many of them, because if I did that one time with Gemini, I think, and I didn't know what one of them was, it took me forever to find it in the book, so I'm like, we'll just do one for now. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, if you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear how it turns out for you. I hope everything turns out okay. I'm going to be definitely back here in July, but I might even pop in middle of the month, all right? Thank you so much. Take care.